Welcome back to Dolor Factor Live. We're going to go straight to the phone lines. Thank you for holding and welcome to DBS.
Hello, good night.
Hello.
Hi, good night.
Good.
Well, I have an issue with some stretch marks that I've had over the years, and when I went to I went to MNC actually to ask about a product that I could use, and everywhere that I go, they're telling me that it's only for stretch marks that are just starting out, that are just developing, but they have been there for about 10 years now. So I don't know if there's anything that I could do to get rid of them after all that time.
Okay. Minelva?
Okay. In terms of stretch marks is permanent scarring of the skin. At the clinic, we do not remove it completely, but what we do, we bring it closest to your skin's complexion. And like the caller mentioned that she have had it for quite some time. So only after assessing the area, based on how the stretch mark looks, we can make certain recommendation in terms of, we have an at-home derma roller, which the medical term is cosmetic microneedling, and what it does, it's a roller with microneedles, and when passed over the area, it creates micro injuries. Part of the healing process, what the skin does, it stimulates collagen and elastin fibers, which will then come to the surface, smoothing out the area. In addition, we do have products that one can use, like we do carry our Strivectin SD, where there is a special stretch mark line where you would see the difference based on the area. Again, within 8 weeks of using the products, you would find that there is some form of improvement to the area. We also have a microdermabrasion exfoliator where it contains crystals similar to what we use with our microdermabrasion procedure, which also helps. But again, the area must first be assessed in order for us to make recommendations.
Did you know that these procedures were available in St. Lucia?
No, I had no idea.
Okay, so perhaps you can give Illuminese a visit.
Okay,
Yeah, do you know where they are? Where they're located?
I'm not too sure.
Okay, Minelva will tell you. Minelva will tell you where they're located.
Okay, we're located in Rodney Bay at the Providence Medical Center. That will be to the back of the J.Q. Charles Mall, to the front of the Bay Gardens Inn. It's the same building that houses RJ Clark and Lou Select. We're located on the first floor, office number 6.
All right, so it's worth your while, caller, to just maybe go for a consultation and just find out what can be done for you. All right?
Okay, I'll do
Okay,
that. Thank you.
great, thank you. Oh, Minelva, what about good old-fashioned cocoa butter? I mean, I'm sure yeah, good old-fashioned cocoa butter.
Cocoa butter.
Yeah, it works, doesn't
Tell
it?
me that it's a myth, you know.
It works, doesn't it?
Here we have the wonderful products
Yes.
with shea butter and cocoa butter. So it actually moisturizes the skin, but based on one's area of concern, then we make the recommendations as to what to use and what not to use in order for one to see improvements and changes on the skin.
All right, let's go back to the phones. Welcome to Dolor Factor Live. Thank you for calling.
Hello.
Hello.
What about dark spots under the eyes? Do you have any treatment for that?
Any
dark
treatments
spots
for
under
dark
the
spots
eye?
under the eyes?
Yes, for the dark spots under the eye, based on the individual, based on the way the area looks, what we can do is dermal fillers, where it's an injectable procedure, which when injected beneath the eyes, what it does, it adds volume if the area is sunken. And in addition to adding volume, what it does, it tends to stretch the skin so the darkness becomes less visible. But as of just like stretch marks, the individual must first be consulted.
All right, and especially, the areas of the eye, you have to be very careful with what you do. All right, callers, so you know where to find Illuminese now, all right?
I didn't get that.
You didn't hear it? You didn't hear the answer?
Okay, can I put off the phone and listen on the television?
Yes, put up the phone and I'll ask Minelva to say that again very quickly so you can hear. Just do it very quickly for her.
Okay, dark circles under the eye, apart from a good eye cream, based on how the eye area looks, what can be administered is dermal fillers, where it's an injectable procedure that adds a volume to the area. When volume is added, what the skin beneath the eye area tend to do is stretch, and the darkening is less visible. But again, the individual must come in for a consultation with Dr. Desang, and then we would be able to take it from there as to whether that is what is needed for the area.
All right, thank you. We're going back to the telephone. Welcome to Dolor Factor Live and DBS. Good night.
Hello, good night.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Fine, thank you. And you?
Okay.
Good.
I wanted to ask her what are some natural products we can use to take care of the skin. Because some people would not want to use those with the acids and go through all the procedures. As you mentioned the cocoa butter a while ago, I wanted to ask her what are the natural products that we can use.
Very good question. Thank you very much, caller.
In terms of natural products, what I would say, I would always like to tell persons, don't be misled by the word acid. The products that we carry, like I mentioned, I have been mentioning glycolic acid. It's naturally derived from sugar cane, right? So sugar cane, it is a natural ingredient. So please, please, please don't be misled by the word acid. All the products that we carry, they are derived from natural ingredients.
That's a
so
very good answer.
with the salicylic acid, it's from the willow bark tree. For most products, they carry the lactic acid, which is from sour milk, the phytic acid, which is from a plant. So don't be misled by the word acid. It is from natural ingredients.
Thank you. We're going back to the telephones. Thank you for waiting, and thank you for joining Dolor Factor Live. Your question,
Yes.
please?
Okay, what about cucumber? I mean, cucumber has a lot of benefits. The shea butter, as Ms. Dolor mentioned, the cocoa butter. This is what I'm talking about. That's what I
Thank
was
you.
asking
And I want to add one more to that list, lime. What about lime? Lime is citrus, and sometimes, when you have itch, they talk about you have mosquito bites and you in your lime and so on and so forth.
And
what
aloe
about
vera.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
In terms of lime, when you look at putting just this raw ingredients on the skin, like I mentioned earlier, using soap and water, you tend to strip the skin of its acid mantle and also the essential oils. The caller mentioned cucumber. Most times persons put the cucumber over the eye. We do carry a wonderful eye cream from our Replenix line, which carries the cucumber to really help hydrate the eye area. So it all depends on what exactly the individual is targeting.
Okay. I wanted to bring in weight loss procedures and what's available here in St. Lucia. Can you tell us what we can consider?
Well, for weight loss, we carry an amazing weight loss diet, which is our HCG diet. And HCG, what it stands for is human chorionic gonadotropin hormone, which is largely produced during pregnancy. But since the individual is not pregnant, when taking in the hormone along with a 500 low-calorie diet, it allows one to lose weight.
Okay, I have to stop you there just because we have a call, but don't lose that thought. Thank you for calling Dolor Factor Live. Hello.
And how are you?
Fine, thank you. Fine.
Thank you.
Okay, we're still with you. Can you ask your question, please?
Okay, I have really dark on the arms. I don't know how I can get that fixed because I tried the lime and some of the natural products. I switched deodorants many times. I stopped using as much and I still have really dark. I was told it was because of heat, but I don't normally wear any hot clothing, so I don't know if that.
All right. Do you think it could be, I'm just throwing this out, do you think it could be a birthmark?
No, it wasn't like that when I was younger. Now that I'm in my 20s, it started getting worse. I don't know.
Okay. Minelva, what do you think?
For the dark on the arms, it can be derived from constant shaving. Most times persons, they tend to shave probably every day.
Let me ask the caller, do you shave regularly?
No, I stopped when I realized if I get in dark, I let it grow up actually until I can't bear it anymore. I don't shave very often.
Okay. All right. Okay, Minelva. Sorry, continue.
It can be from constant shaving. You're shaving too often, you're irritating the area. Sometimes it can be the individual is a little large and the constant rubbing under the arms, under the arm area. What one can do, again, the exfoliating body wash from our Glyzone line, they can use the exfoliating body wash, as well as at Skin Science we carry our treatment pads with glycolic acid, which can also be passed under the arm area And what it tends to do, in addition to exfoliation, it also helps with evening out. The individual doesn't necessarily have to use something like hydroquinone to even out the area, but with the constant exfoliation, cutting back on the shaving, it does even out the underarm area.
Alright, so caller, that means it's worth a visit just to see whether there's something that Illuminese can do for you. Alright? And don't be afraid or uncomfortable to go there, because it's a really lovely place, and I think there's nothing better than when you go somewhere and the people that you talk to know their stuff, and they genuinely care about making sure that you not only get rid of you know how it looks, but the way that you feel. Because when we have skin problems, it's very depressing. You know, we want to hide, we want to cover up, and when we do these things, it's actually worse when we cover up or we put the wrong things on it, you know. So if you're sitting there and you're in any doubt at all, then at least, you know, go. That's at least a start to try and make sure we get some kind of you know, something working for you. But we were talking about the HCG and the 500 calorie diet. We'll go back to the phone. We will get to the HCG. Caller on the phone, good night. Thank you for calling.
Good night.
Hello.
I have this little soft fleshy mole on my face. I just wanted to find out what causes this soft moles.
Soft moles.
They're like fleshy, like soft.
Okay, for the moles, unfortunately at the clinic we do not target the moles. What we always do is refer persons to a dermatologist, and there are many dermatologists around the area, so they can always choose a dermatologist of their choice to target the moles. But from what I know is that most dermatologists, they tend to burn it off after testing it. So yeah.
All right, so of course these are things that you have to be very, very careful about. We're going to go to a break, and when we come back, I do want us to continue the HCG, because I know people want to know a little bit more about that. And continue sending your questions. We will ask them for you. This is Dolor Factor Live, only on DBS, of course. We'll be right back.